Hello and welcome back to the Nerds Only Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things nerdy.
Woohoo!
I am your hairiest host, Mother Goose.
I am your most charming host for this evening.
Hell yeah.
Cosmar, yes. My gamer tag.
Yeah. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about something I think we both are hella hyperfixating over right now.
Yes, we love it. The world loves it. Everybody loves it, except for hard right Christians.
KPop Demon Hunter.
Talking about my father. No.
Demons!
Oh,
Other cultures!
Demons!
No!
Ah! Oh, anyways.
Also, we are Christian, so
Yeah.
these comments are more a critique of our own people.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Listen, we're the insiders looking inside, and we're like, man, what's up with this?
What's
But yes,
happening right now?
for everyone listening right now, we're like middle ground Christians. I'm a middle ground Christian, I guess. I don't know, but we don't.
I'm a little more liberal, but
Yeah,
we're chill about
okay.
it.
That's chill. Like, you be what you want to be.
Yeah.
It do not matter. Anywho, that's not why you're here.
All are welcome here.
Yeah. Except for straight people. We hate straight people
Guys,
here.
well, that's it. That's the end of the podcast.
I think
We're not even welcome on our own show.
so. We're both leaving. We hate ourselves.
Hey, 20 episodes was a pretty good run.
That's pretty good for me. That's like maybe like 20 hours, 25 hours, give or take. Pretty good content.
Pretty good.
Come on, someone's got to sponsor us.
Please.
Please.
I need them dollars.
Looking at you, Brennan Lee Mulligan. I know you're not a company, but a reach out would be great.
Who's gonna fund our Dimension 20 merch, huh?
Yeah, who's gonna pay for my Dimension 20 merch? Okay.
Did you see the video recently where he said he was quitting?
Yes, dude. I am leaving Dropout TV because I need to focus on my doll making doll shoes.
I was watching that video when my internet crashed.
Did it cut before the joke?
Before the joke.
No.
So for like 3 days, I was like, man, I'm so sad he's leaving.
No, that's so fucked. Because he does it in such a good tone to where I'm like, oh no, what happened?
Yeah.
He says, making doll shoes, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's a joke. And he
Yeah.
goes like on this whole rant. That's so foul.
It cut right after he said, there's no bad blood between me and Dropout. It's like, dang it.
No. That is so
Anyway.
I'm glad you know now, though, that that's not the truth. Brennan
Yeah.
Lee Mulligan, the GOAT of a lot of things, is still with Dropout TV, in case you were curious.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, K-Pop Demon Hunter.
K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Start with scores out of 10.
Yes.
What you thinking?
10 out of 10, believe it or not. The only reason it's 10 out of 10 is because I literally can't think anything bad about the movie. Just tried to run it through my head right now. I was like, you know what? No, there's literally nothing I don't like about it. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
I'm going to go 9.5 because there's one song I don't like.
Ooh, which one?
Soda Pop.
That song is hot garbage. I will be so honest. Every time I'm listening to the K-Pop Demon Hunter soundtrack and it comes on, I skip it. I listen to the first 2 seconds. And I'm like, yeah, I can't get behind it.
I feel so validated because after I watched the movie, I was watching some videos and people were ranking the songs and everyone kept ranking it last. And the comments were like, yeah, putting Soda Pop in last where it belongs. I was like, yes.
Yes. Soda Pop's easily the worst song out of the whole soundtrack.
So yeah, a 9.5. And I think only having one bad song out of the entire soundtrack is really good. Mm-hmm. Like, I think a good comparison is Has Been Hotel. Mm-hmm. which we both really enjoy.
Yes.
I want to say there's, about 2 songs per episode, roughly?
I'd say that.
So we'll say there's like 14 to 16 songs total. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's multiple songs that I don't really enjoy.
Yeah, there's a few misses here and there, but then there's like some really big hits.
Absolute
And
bangers,
it's like, whoa.
right? I'm
Fire.
just more so the comparison of like we've got multiple misses to multiple bangers to almost all bangers, 1 miss.
Yeah, which is so rare for a movie that has music in it. Mm-hmm. Like usually it's only, in my experience, it's only usually like 1 song where it's like, oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
It was like literally every song in the movie except for Soda Pop, which they played it at the most catchiest part. So while you're listening to it, it's like, oh yeah, this song's okay. And then you go listen to it afterwards, it's like, man, this sucks.
Dude, I'm so glad that there was Your Idol at the end because like the whole movie, I was like, I just don't believe that the world is like falling for this boy band because Soda Pop kind of sucks.
Soda Pop, like the personality, the abs, the hair. I see why the world fell in love. But the music, come on. Like maybe after the first time you listen to it, it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. But they could not listen to that on repeat.
Yeah, I think the dances were catchy and they definitely had that like K-pop boy band aura.
Yeah, just like we're hot and do you like it?
Yeah. They had that confidence.
Yeah, we're telling you that we like you too, even though you're millions of people.
But I feel like Your Idol was a much better song, and I feel like it really redeemed the Saja boys as musicians.
Yes. Your Idol is so good. It's ridiculous. I think my favorite songs are What It Sounds Like, Your Idol, and then Free are my listing. And your Idol, every time it comes on, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so fire.
I think my favorite is probably Golden.
That's such a valid pick. It's a fire song.
It's my favorite song. I love it. I do wish that Zoe and Mira got a little more in that music or in that song. I feel like it was a roomy song, but still just phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely phenomenal. I can definitely see how Rumi did get a lot of the screen during that time.
Yeah.
But yes,
I mean,
do.
She's the main character. Yeah. It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know why every line that what is? I'm so sorry. I'm having a brain fart, a brain shit, perhaps.
One of the Saja boys?
No. Sorry. Like when they're all saying their little parts at the start of the song, where it's they're talking about this was my hardship, but then I got to do this instead.
Low-key, I can't remember what hers. I remember Zoe and Mira's.
Like it's the tall lady. What? Oh yeah, Mira. It's Mira.
Yeah.
Mira, yes. Mira's always gets me for some reason in Golden. I forget what it is now, which is so tragic. They're
talking about her like being an outsider, and now she uses that to get paid.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, that's fire.
Hell yeah.
Bars, Mira.
Bars.
Go off. Mira's my favorite character also,
Same.
by the way. I love Mira.
I need her like I need oxygen.
Get me, instead of a goth GF, I need a Mira GF.
Real.
Can you cut that out? No, I'm just kidding. Side quick tangent. I'm sorry, I know we keep getting sidetracked. I love it when I find out, like hearing someone on the podcast say, cut it, but you're hearing it as the listener, so it's like, they didn't cut it.
They didn't. Yeah, I do that to Mac all the time. He'll be like, Elijah, please cut that. And I'm just like, no. Nah.
You said it. Live with the consequences. No, that's always funny. So anywho.
That being said, go check out our Star Wars podcast, Animal Squadron. If you're listening on Spotify, it'll be linked down below.
That's where it all began. And while you're at it, go listen to Elements of Great Adventure. It's we're coming on our final arc. Very big conclusion as of recording. So go check that out. It's very cool. Well, I guess actually, time of recording, we're still releasing the second to last arc.
Yeah. We'll have our shopping/level up episode next. That'll be the one I'll publish after this Nerds Only episode. Then we'll start our second to last arc. And so, we're in the end game now.
Final arc is in production. So go check that out too. We got a lot of cool stuff over here.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so we've talked
about the music.
We've talked about favorite and least favorite songs.
Yes.
Let's talk favorite, least favorite characters.
Yes. Favorite character, Mira. Least favorite character. That's a difficult question. Let me think for a moment. Honestly, my least favorite character is Guima,
That's the demon.
king.
Yeah.
I just feel like he wasn't given enough substance.
He's a more stereotypical bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like literally, it's not even a bad thing. It's just kind of like, I'm not scared of this villain in the slightest. You know, like literally, he's still an amazing character. Like, I think his whole aesthetic's really cool. But, and like how his character acts is really funny.
Yeah.
And it's kind of him singing Soda Pop's Goofy with all the voice mods on.
Real.
So that's hilarious. But I don't know. He's a very two-dimensional, flat character. Which, again, that movie already had so much good character building and exploration between, you know, Genu and Rumi. And so it's not even a big complaint. It's just kind of out of all of them, it's like that one was the most on the nose.
Yeah.
Because Bobby was just, you know, he was the the manager who loved the girls. But he was so funny. And I just loved Bobby. He had his, like, cool moments, you know?
Yeah, I didn't really think about that.
Genu?
Not Genu, the demon.
Oh, Guima.
Guima, thank you. He is a parallel to... You literally just said his
Bobby.
name. Bobby, thank you. In my defense, audience, it has been about 2 weeks since I've seen the episode, so...
Yeah.
Give me a little slack, or
I
else.
just watched it yesterday with Jeremiah and Kylee. So it's fresh on my brain.
Hell yeah. They parallel each other very well in they are the quote-unquote managers for their K-pop bands.
Yes, and Bobby's just so funny. And just Guima is he's just a classic bad guy.
Yeah.
Which is okay in this scenario. It's just out of all of them, it's probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
Again, not a bad thing, just least favorite.
Yeah, I think it was okay for this movie. If we do get sequels...
I will expect his character to be more fleshed out.
Yeah.
I want him to be a bigger and scarier villain.
Real. Okay, Mira, what makes her your favorite character?
Her dialogue and just her, as I think a lot of people who are going to like Mira are going to relate to her, and this idea of like, oh, I was the black sheep and I stood out, you know, and so that was immediately like, oh, I like this girl, you know, she likes tattoos and I like tattoos, and very basic, like just, oh, I connect with her a little bit, so therefore I like her a lot. But just how she acted throughout the movie, she seemed very self-aware of herself and of her relationships with other people and kind of the whole situation. Like how she continues to press Rumi when she's flat out lying to them.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. And I love how after they connect, she's like, I know I can be like this, but I still love you guys. And even after they have their whole argument on the train, like after they lost all the passengers, they get off and she's like, we need to stick together. You know, she's emotional, but she's also intelligent,
Yeah.
which is a wonderful combination that doesn't always appear or doesn't always show up, I guess, surface level as smooth, I guess, in the idea of like rough edges versus soft edges. You know, Zoe's very soft edged,
Right.
but oh my god, Mira's very hard-edged, but she has a lot of depth to her
Right.
character.
She feels like a real person.
Yes, because she's like, she puts on this whole front of, you know, like, oh, I don't really care about anything. I'm just angry and mad. But she shows how much she cares throughout the movie. You know, like in those moments, those funny moments when they're all like expressing like, oh, we love the fans. And they cry with them and they laugh with them. Like Mira's along doing that too.
Yeah, she's not too cool to...
Yeah. And
she's not too cool for the fans.
exactly. And my last little tangent, and then I'll let you get on to yours, is just I love the insight we get into her character when she talks about not deserving a family. Like that was just so cool, and it felt like her life was so filled, I guess, for lack of a better word. Her character story had a lot of substance, in my opinion. It's like we can kind of guess what happened with the family, what she's searching for now, what she thinks she's lost. Just in my head, there's so much going on with her that's so interesting. But, you know, it's not immediately presented because Rumi's the main character.
Right.
But I love her little storyline and how she acts throughout the movie. I don't know. It's something like, that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah. Which made me realize, what you were saying made me realize that Rumi really is the epitome of girl boss gatekeep gaslight.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude.
Sorry, Rumi, you're right. I'm just thinking crazy. You're not hiding things. My bad.
Oh, I know. Literally saying the like how genuine Rumi was with the I'm not hiding anything, and if I was, I'd tell you. I promise. While she holding the cattail behind her back, I was like, oh, Mira, you poor girl. Because she's right, but she doesn't know that she's right. So now she's obviously dealt with self-doubt in the past, so now she's dealing with it even more because she feels like she's going crazy. Oh, and it's just like, it feels like there's so much happening with Mira.
Yeah.
Like, we can see her frustration build, how she continues to lash out at Rumi, kind of at the later part of the movie, and just, I don't know. I love her character. I love what they did. I love how her character acts. So it's like, this character, amazing. Awesome. 10 out of 10 character, really.
Real.
I snap into the mic. This is me clapping.
More of that, please.
Yeah, more of that.
Seconds, please.
Seconds. Oh, here you go. Oh, you want some more? Oh, here. Take some more. Oh, you wanted some? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. My favorite character, without a doubt, has to be the tiger demon.
Yes.
It's so cute. I've said it before, but I would kill to get me one of those things. No one's safe around me.
How did they balance malicious, scary looking, but so cute and lovable?
Right?
It's like, I feel like this thing could protect me, but oh, it's so darn cute.
Dude, with the pot scene where he's trying to lift it up.
Oh my gosh. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which
10 out of
I
10.
know it's just a side animal character, so there's not a lot of depth, but it was adorable. I thought they animated it really well, and really hoping we get to see more of that too.
It's kind of like the dude has a dog, so therefore he must have some sense of a good person within him. It's like, oh, he has a tiger cat. He's got to be a good person.
Yeah, these animals clearly love him.
Therefore, I should love him. There's
Real.
something about him worth loving, so I mean, hey.
Yeah, real.
Yeah. Tiger character was peak.
Least favorite, I want to go with the aunt. Do you remember her name? Rumi's aunt?
Yes, I do remember Rumi's aunt. She's not my least favorite because I enjoy the role she served in the movie, but she is definitely I like her the least because she is the worst.
Yes, I think she's an incredibly well-written character. I think she served the plot very well, really explains who Rumi is, why she keeps this secret from the other girls. That scene in the end where, the why can't you look at me, all of me, that interaction was amazing. I would not change her character in any way, but also at the same time, when I get my hands, you be nice. You be nice to Rumi.
Oh yeah, I love her motivation and kind of what she's been through, because it is this she's learned all her life that demons are so evil, and then her sister had one.
Right.
It's she can't kill it, but she can't allow herself to love it either. It's just this weird contrast where she gets stuck in not being able to fully do one thing or the other. And we see the pitfall of that when you don't decide to either accept or reject these things. She's like, we'll just hide it. We'll just not deal with it.
Yeah.
Which we saw how that turned out. And I was like, I love that. They did that perfectly with her character. That was explained so well. And I love how Rumi reacted to it and was like, it doesn't work. You got to do one or the other. You can't just hide these things.
Yeah.
And so, she was terrible, though. I mean, really. We can still hide it. We'll tell him it's a thing by Guima. The Han moon is falling apart. What are you talking about?
Every time I speak, it turns purple. What do you mean?
It's literally ripping apart behind my footsteps. What do you want me to do?
So again, I think she served her role in the story very well, but I did not like her.
Yeah, she sucked.
But, if you listen to any of the Star Wars podcasts, you'll hear very similar things about most of the villains. There are multiple episodes where I'm like, I understand Palpatine's role in the story, but when I get my hands on you, Palpatine.
When I get my hands on you, Palpatine.
You're one of the best written villains, but also I hate you.
But you're the worst. I want to kill you.
Yeah. I think pacing for the story was really good.
Yes, I agree entirely. The movie had its slow moments, its fast moments. Things really flowed really well with each other. From one thing to the next. It was never a jarring, okay, my mood is totally shifted now.
Yeah.
It's always had very good build up and payoff and transition. So
Yeah.
I agree entirely.
And I think the beginning section really explained the world and the lore, the magic very well. Mm-hmm. And it was very quick. It was straight to the point. And I wasn't left wondering, like, okay, how does this work? Like, I just knew, okay, they sing really good and the demons go away.
Yes. The way they did the world building in such a quick, concise, and interesting way was, that's got to be studied in classes, man. Because they did such a good job of, like, hooking you into the story. Because, like, the concept was cool and they made it make sense why there's a K-pop Demon Hunters.
Right,
I was
right.
like, you know what? I can buy into this.
Yeah.
So I agree entirely.
I think there are lots of films start with exposition. Mm-hmm. Some of them do it well, like Lord of the Rings, K-pop Demon Hunters, and some of them don't.
Yeah.
And I can't even think of any because they were so forgettable.
I'm going to have a wild take here.
Okay.
You're going to get mad with me, but I'm going to say it anyways because it's my initial thought.
Hey, you know I respect your opinions.
I think Star Wars has a bad exposition start.
Interesting.
Just the straight words on the screen. I know it's iconic now. I feel like that's lazy. But anywho, that's my
Okay, sorry. Valid. You're allowed to have those opinions. But little film history for you if you don't know it, but also for our audience. So before the start of films, back in, I want to say, the 50s, maybe 60s, there are these things called serials, which they were essentially like little episodes of TV that would play before your movie. So that's what they had before the like modern era of, 15, 20 minutes of previews before your show or your movie started. But obviously, being a movie theater, you couldn't just assume that your audience had seen everything or all of these serials. So they would have the exact same exposition crawl that Star Wars had. Where just essentially catching the audience up with what's happening so they could know what was happening.
I see.
And so that was a big inspiration for George Lucas when he made Star Wars, is he wanted it to feel like one of those classic serials. He wanted to feel like you were jumping in the middle of a story, not just like starting at the beginning.
Okay.
Which we even kind of see with him, starting the franchise with episode 4.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, everybody liked where's the first 3 at?
So still totally okay not to enjoy it, but it is something heavily inspired by film history.
Within the context of that, as somebody who wants to be a filmmaker myself, I can definitely respect that decision. And that makes sense. And it's so iconic. Like it literally worked out. It worked out well. It was just like if I saw that in a movie today, without the context of that, I'd be like, that's so lazy.
Yeah.
I ought to slap you.
Yeah.
But within that context, that does make sense. And I don't have that much beef with it anymore.
And there have been films that have tried the like text crawl. Like, I'm just gonna let you know, Superman has a very similar intro.
It's lazy.
But why Star Wars works for me, at least, is that classic Star Wars soundtrack. When it starts, I'm like, oh yeah, this is it, baby. I'm home.
Yes. It does. It immediately grabs your attention. It makes you focus on the screen. Like, it works. With K-pop Demon Hunters, like, if I was to watch a movie, I'd prefer that type of exposition. Where it throws you into the story, but in a way that's still visually appealing, and you're not just reading the screen.
Right.
So that's just what I think.
No, I agree. I think as filmmakers, you should avoid exposition as much as possible. But if you have to have it, you also need to find a way to make it interesting. So K-pop Demon Hunters, Lord of the Rings, yes, there's somebody literally just talking into a mic saying what's happening, but like you're seeing these cool action scenes in the background too.
Yeah, it's like, this is so cool. Like the whole war on Mordor, and then them like, seeing the ladies kill the demons, the very first ones, and that little scene where it's like them in the 1800s, the 1900s, the 2000s. Like, that was funny. It was like, oh, this is cool. It's aware.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So yeah, a little side tangent there.
Hell yeah. We're all Listen, that's the whole point of the show.
Hell,
It's literally
yeah.
tangent of the show.
Yeah, this is where we just come and find an excuse to talk about nerdy stuff.
Widowy princess. I'm sorry. Please don't stop listening. I'm sorry.
Editor Elijah, cut that out. Nah,
Future me, when I get my hands on you.
Oh.
Okay, so we've talked about Mira a lot. We've talked about Rumi a little bit. We have not really talked about Zoe at all.
Zoe, I think her character is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think maybe to some other people, she might appeal to them in the same way that Mira appealed to me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Like, she has her really funny moments and has her cool character interactions as well. I feel like she's a well-built character.
Yeah.
Her story is understandable. It's relatable. I don't know. I didn't connect with her as much, and so she got kind of pushed to the side a little bit for me.
Yeah. I think I'm in a similar place. I still really like Zoe as a character. I think
Yes.
she is an amazing character. I think same thing with Ant. She serves her role in the story very well. I do think she was the weakest out of the three leads for me.
I do agree. It felt like she was more of a filler in the most respectful way to say that. Not in that, like, oh, they just needed another one. Like, no, her character definitely, she has a presence there and she's very important to the story. Mm-hmm. But out of all of them, she was definitely much more of a supporter, which, again, is okay. Just definitely not, which is kind of her character. But I loved her hilarious things of like, oh, I have all these different separate things. Like, I have 107 turtle videos to show you, and I have 57 notebooks over insults. Like, those were fun, and it gave her character life. Mm-hmm. But it just like, she just wasn't really the one calling the shots. She was either following Mira or Rumi.
Right.
And again, that's okay. There's already a lot in the story. So.
Yeah.
But definitely the weakest of the three leads.
Right. And I think the big thing is I feel like Rumi and Mira got a lot of depth with the conflict between them. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Rumi was the lead. She got a ton of depth with, the other side characters that she interacted without the other girls. Mm-hmm. But I still think Zoe was really important to the story because she served as the optimistic voice of the group. Mm-hmm. When Mira and Rumi were fighting, she was there to say, hey, we can work this out. We'll figure this out. She just wants to have fun and hang out with her friends. And I still think her character was really good.
Yeah, I agree entirely.
Well, is there anything else with the film you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I think I definitely just want to say that the fight scenes and music timing up was incredibly impressive.
Oh,
and like, big props to them for working that out. I know that must have been incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that. We almost left this segment without talking about the animation at all.
Animation is so good. I love the goofy faces. I love how cool the fight scenes look. They kind of had that Puss in Boots frame drop, with the fight scenes, which worked really well as it did in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And so that was really cool. The magical glowy swords in any other scenario I think were cringe. but
it worked for this one.
It worked so well for this one. I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I really like that they each had their own unique weapon.
Yes, and I noticed it on my second watch. I think, hopefully I'm not straight tripping right now because that'd be so embarrassing. But I think Rumi's sword got upgraded whenever Genu sacrificed himself.
Ooh, I did not notice that, but it would make sense.
At first, it was like a straight, like, kind of knight's blade. Mm-hmm. But then after, like, Genu said his whole piece and she had the soul of Genu now that was powering her. Like, her sword was it had a straight edge and then a curved edge. Kind of like a scimitar with a much more straight edge.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Doesn't curve as soon.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, whoa. That's cool. And if there's a sequel, maybe their weapons will be upgraded a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also agree that them having their own unique weapons was so sick. And the way they played into each other was so sick.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about their romance either. Did you see the theory that... So she only had half a soul because her father was a demon. So he gave her what was left of his human soul meaning she now had a full human soul.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That'd be so crazy. I'm hoping beyond all hope that his soul, that Junu's soul went into the sword. And that he'll be back for the second movie. That's all I'm hoping for.
Give a Stormlight-esque talking sword.
Yes, that's literally what Jeremiah and Kylee said. We're like, it's going to be Nightblood all over again. Like, I'm so sad Junu died. That still just kills me, dude.
Yeah.
It worked so well for the story. Mm-hmm. It added a punch that the story needed.
Yeah.
Oh, but man, it makes me sad.
Yeah, and I think the romance was handled really well.
I agree, too. It didn't feel sudden. It wasn't like, oh, these are the two main characters. We gotta put them together because it's a K-pop thing. It's like they really did like build a connection through understanding each other's shame and pain and trying to help each other. And that was so cool. I loved their love story, and I was really sad to see Junu die.
Yeah.
I know there's also that little bit that's kind of like, you know, Junu's 400 years old. But yes, that's kind of we won't look at that.
Yeah, it's so weird in stories where like big age gaps are a no-no, but then once it's like a really big one, like there's multiple 100 years of difference, it's not so bad. Like, what's that about?
Yeah, it's like, but they connected so well, and he basically sold his soul when he was young, you know? So it's like it's like the whole like Edward and Belle thing, you know?
Right.
It's like he's been 18 for like 300 years. I mean, come on.
Have you seen that skit? I think it's an SNL skit where she asks him how old he is, and he's like, I'm in vampire years, or in human years 17, and she's like, but in vampire years, and he's like 38.
Oh, I love that.
A 20-year age gap? Gross. Disgusting.
A 200-year age gap.
Maybe. What's the problem with that?
I can overlook that. Oh, that's so funny. No, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
But if they went with the love story to where Jinu survived and they found love, which, I mean, they did find love. It just didn't come to fruition, but that's okay.
Right.
I would have loved to see that, even though he is 400 years old. And she's, I think, above 18, at least.
I'm like 90% sure they're legal adults, but if they're not,
then
Jinu...
Jinu,
you're lucky you died, pal.
Yeah, Jinu... The fans would have killed you. No, I'm hoping they're both like in their quote-unquote 20s.
Yeah.
Even though Jinu's 400. But yeah. Anyway, that's a fun little side tangent about huge age gaps in storytelling.
Yeah. I feel like that's a conversation for...
Yeah.
That could be a whole
we
podcast
could do a whole episode about like, so what's with these age gaps? And are they okay with immortality?
Right.
What's like the 7 deadly sins? Like, I look like a child, but I'm so old.
Dude, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm so mad about 7 Deadly Sins. Like, I watched it when I was 16. I was immature. I didn't know much about life, and like, I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. The first season, and then I go back to like watch the rest as like an adult with a fully developed frontal lobe, and I'm like, oh my god, whoever wrote this needs to be in jail.
Yeah.
Right now.
This is disgusting.
Like, I know I sound like I'm joking, but I 100% mean it. Somebody go check his hard drive.
Yeah, no, like that is some of the stuff where it's like, oh, because what? It's like the main character keeps getting revived. Or no, he doesn't keep getting revived. The girl does.
Yes.
Like, she literally goes from baby to adult woman.
Right.
Over and over and over.
Sorry, I'm just going to put the explicit tag on this episode. So, like, as a 16-year-old girl, Meliodas is groping her.
Yeah.
Wrong. Bad.
Real
as
bad.
a baby, when the king finds him and he has her as a baby, he's like, hands off my woman. As a baby!
Like, no. No, I do not care if y'all have been, we've been in love for the past several lifetimes. Bro, that might change. That is a child you're holding, and she may grow up and not be okay with that. So wait until she has a brain.
You can wait 20 years, pal.
Yeah. You can wait. I don't care about this is a tragic love story.
Yeah.
No, it's gross. It's really gross.
So then King and the giant lady, I can't remember her name. Diane, I think.
Yes, Diana.
He meets her as a child and falls in love with her as a child. Bad. Check this man's hard drive. Bon, his girlfriend is 2,000 years old or whatever, but
she looks like a literal
she has a child. Listen, I'm so mad. For somebody to be a consenting adult, they have to have the mental age of an adult and the body of an adult. If you don't have both of those things, it's wrong.
Yeah, so it's kind of insane. It really is.
Yeah.
That show's crazy because I remember like whenever I was a teenager and I was a teenager at the time that the season came out where it was all revealed. I was like, oh, what a cool storyline. Oh, that's so sick. Now looking back, that's disgusting.
Not sick.
That is not cool.
And then you think there's, okay, at least there's Merlin and Escanor. And then it gets revealed that Merlin's true form is like of a 5-year-old child.
It's like, wow. Oh, wow. This is so bad.
Yeah, anyway, I think the overarching like narrative is really good, but it is just unredeemably bad with all of the pedophilia-esque storylines.
Yeah. That's not cool. You should never really put that stuff in your stories because at the end of the day, you are the author. You control how these things happen.
Right.
So, yeah, maybe, hey, shout out to all future authors. Don't do that. Don't say, oh, it's for the story. I don't care. That is not cool.
I think there's some room, not necessarily with this, just to be clear.
Yes.
As an author, you have to be able to write evil characters. You have to write scenes where bad things happen. Like, minor spoilers for Andor, there's a scene where a woman almost gets raped. And that is very bad, but it is handled correctly. It is handled in the sense that this is a bad thing that is happening to her, and the person that is doing it is a bad person and deserves to die.
Yes.
You can tell stories with immoral things happening in them properly. 7 Deadly Sins and a lot of media don't do it properly.
No. Maybe one of these times after I've read Berserk, we should talk about all that.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of... I haven't read it yet, but I've heard Berserk's amazing. But it has like that insane scene that's super popular.
Right.
That scene's not super popular, but like that makes the manga. It's just how horrific that scene is.
Right.
So that's an interesting conversation. That's another podcast episode right there. Handling immoral subjects in your stories and not doing it at a point where it's like, stop saying this is okay.
Right. And I think it comes down to how you portray these characters that are doing immoral things. Do you, like in Andor, do you portray them like the bad person they are? That's handling it correctly.
Or do you portray them as the main character in 7 Deadly Sins?
And make them the good guys. And that's very not the right way to handle it.
Hands off my woman who's only 3 months old. It's like, oh my God.
Anyway, sorry, I got us on a long tangent.
This is just a tangent episode. That's what you should put as the titles. This is the episode of tangents.
I have a lot of very strong feelings because I thought this was going to be one of like the best anime ever, and then it just was not.
Nosedived so hard. Animation dropped. Way too much pedophilia. Any pedophilia is not okay.
Yeah.
What am I even saying? Like, just get the pedophilia out of here. We don't need any of that. So, yeah. No, don't. Yeah. Ugh. Terrible.
Anyway, anything else you want to talk about in terms of K-Pop Demon Hunter?
I honestly think I'm good. I think I've said everything that needs to be said. I'm not sure if I support Jinu and Rumi.
Yeah.
Because the age gap.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say tentatively, like, this love story they made is definitely amazing. Mm-hmm. And it's honestly, we don't even have to deal with it because now Jinu's dead. So
right.
it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can say I love their story. Okay.
R.I.P. my boy.
Yeah. Maybe like 10 years from now, we find out like that wasn't okay.
Right. As we grow and learn.
Yeah. It's like we need to stop doing that. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, that was a really good story. Their love story, their connection was amazing. It's really good. I really liked it a lot.
Genuinely one of my favorite projects that Netflix has ever put out.
Oh, definitely. And the fact they got Sony Animations to do it, is hella cool. Yeah. I'm glad to see something since we haven't gotten Spider-Verse for so long, because just everything from Sony Animations is a banger.
Banger.
Certified banger.
Real.
I hardly know her.
Is that someone knocking on the door?
That is someone knocking on the door.
Let me...
What are we going to talk about today? Well, Elijah goes checks the scary door. So lately, I have been playing Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. And I want to put this out there for the world to hear. Future Elijah, do not cut this out. Stick this in wherever. I don't really care too much. But I played Doom 2016 on its hardest difficulty before the 1 life cutoff. You know, where it's like it's only 1 life. Anywho, I played it on the hardest difficulty. I beat it. And then I immediately went to Doom Eternal. Because I'm playing through all the Doom games kind of in tandem and experienced them since Doom the Dark Ages recently came out. But I beat Doom Eternal's first level on the hardest difficulty without dying a single time. Elijah's coming back up the stairs. Did you hear that, Elijah?
That's freaking sick. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm pretty... It first try, too. Like, it wasn't like, I'm going to replay it. Like, it was first try. So, anywho, trying to put that out because Doom Eternal, I guess, is infamously hard.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. I also... You'll find out whenever you go back and edit. I said a few things.
Yeah, like the F word.
Yeah, I wish. Fructose. Anyways, sorry.
All I could think of was vegetables.
I got an F word for you. Vegetables. All right.
Well, so tell me about Doom Eternal. I don't know how much you said, but for me, you really enjoying it still?
Yes, it's going amazing. I love the soundtrack. The combat is so rewarding once you learn it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so cool every time I play that game, and I'm really proud of myself. And I pat myself on the back for playing it on its hardest difficulty.
Hell yeah, proud of you.
So yeah, graphics are great. Story is super interesting. We'll see how Doom Eternal ends with the whole con maker thing.
Yeah.
And I'll probably talk about that again on the podcast whenever I beat the game. But yeah, overall, it's a wonderful game. If you haven't played Doom, go play it. Especially if you love first-person shooters. This is the game for you.
Hell yeah. The purpose or the point of each game, from 16 to Eternal to the Dark Ages, they want each one's playstyle to feel very distinct.
Yes.
How did you feel about the change in playstyle from 16 to Eternal?
I love it so much because there's not... The only thing Doom Eternal lacks is enemy variance in between each game, which is a very, very uninformed statement. I've only played through the first game and a half, but so far, there hasn't been that many new enemies. They gotten some upgrades and some reskins, but other than that, nothing new, which isn't a complaint because they fix it with the new playstyle.
Yeah.
The movement-based combat is so good. I love it so much. It's so much fun, and it adds like this new level of enjoyment to Doom, because Doom 2016 was so fun because the movement, it wasn't that difficult. You just strafe, either left or right, jump on the platforms, and it get very repetitive, which again, not a bad thing, but it was nice to, what's the word? It was something new.
Yeah,
it was
for
refreshing almost. And so I loved it. I was like, this is an amazing decision they made because I'm still feeling like I'm playing Doom, but it's in a new context and new play style that keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
So even like after playing Doom 2016 and going immediately to Doom Eternal, I'm like, this is still so much fun. Like I'm still ensnared in this game because it's this whole new system I have to master.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that was really cool. I love it.
Nice. Yeah, I've never beaten any of them, but I've played all three a pretty significant amount.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Dark Age is my favorite of the combat.
That's what some rankings that I've got, or some things that have been told to me, is that Doom 2016 has the best story, Doom Eternal has best movement, and then Doom Dark Ages has best combat. So I'm so excited for Doom the Dark Ages.
Hell yeah.
That's why I'm playing them in order, is so that, I can kind of like experience the new thing for each one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Very excited to hear the rest you have to say.
Hell yeah.
So my bonus thing today is going to be the DCU. Not the Snyderverse DCEU, but the Gunverse DCU.
James Gunn.
James Gunn. So there's not going to be any spoilers for Superman.
Thank goodness I haven't seen it.
But we will be talking about Superman next week.
Yes.
This is going to be more of a critique of the DCU so far. Before I get into it, though, I just want to clarify that it's been amazing. It's been really good. I think every project that's official canon has been really solid. And if they can keep this up, I think it's going to marvel the MC. It's going to rival the MCU.
Marvel the Marvel.
Marvel the Marvels. So my critique, though, is the timeline. And it is a mess. And again, the actual projects themselves are really solid, but canon, it's frustrating to figure out what's canon. There are 2 fully canon projects. That is Superman and Creature Commando. And then there's 3 kind of half canon projects. So the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and Blue Beetle.
Interesting.
The problem is that the Suicide Squad, Blue Beetle, maybe there's some other issues with Blue Beetle with the main actor not coming back for the animated projects, but then Peacemaker, we're all definitely in the old DCEU universe. The Suicide Squad was the first project that James Gunn works on. It is unapologetically a sequel to Suicide Squad. Now, you could make an argument that these are just different universes, but Suicide Squad had Ben Affleck's Batman in it, right? Then The Suicide Squad, I don't think has any references to the DCEU, so it can stand on its own a little bit. But then Peacemaker is unapologetically a sequel to The Suicide Squad, and it features DCEU's Aquaman and Flash.
Wow.
So The Suicide Squad, it's the project that came before and the project that came after, both feature old universe characters. So James Gunn recently came out, not recently, I think this was a while ago, and he said, Peacemaker's all canon except for the scene that features the Justice League in it. And then he said, anything referenced in Creature Commando is canon. If it's not referenced in Creature Commando, it's not canon. So now I'm left in a weird place where it's like, okay, do I watch Peacemaker or do I just assume I shouldn't because some of it's not canon and then just watch Peacemaker Season 2? Which Peacemaker Season... That's the other frustrating part. Peacemaker Season 2 is directly going to deal with what happened in The Suicide Squad. It's going to also deal with what happens in the Superman movie. So it now also has connections to different universes. What's going on? So there are some people that don't care about canon. They, as long as the story good, that's all that matters. I would argue that a major part of telling a good story is having a consistent canon. It shouldn't be the main thing, but it should be considered. And
yeah, I think it gives good boundaries to your story, is knowing that things do have to stay consistent within that story.
Yeah.
It adds a level of reality and believability to it. It doesn't pull the the viewer or the person who's experiencing the story out of the story. Because it's like, wait a second, I thought that happened earlier, so why is it like this, And so I agree entirely that canon is incredibly important to a story's structure, especially if they're wanting to tie these stories together.
Right.
Like, if these were all standalones, is the Batman a standalone?
Okay, that's the other thing. So it was not made to be a part of this universe. It was made to be a standalone. However, I have been seeing a lot of people online calling for it to be part of the DCU. They really enjoy Robert Pattinson's Batman, and they want to see him with David, I can't remember his last name's Superman. And I agree with that take, actually. I think their Metropolis in Superman and Gotham in The Batman are so different that they would make the perfect Batman and Superman, because they're supposed to feel different. Anyway, so maybe in the future it will be. We'll see.
I love that Batman, and I would love to see more of him. I'm interested to see what they'd even do for the DCU's Batman. But again, if Superman was a solo project, and if Batman was a solo project, then it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if Peacemaker is supposed to tie these stories together, it's canon matters. Because some of the audience may not care, but if you're trying to tell a story that matters and is supposed to have impact, it needs to be consistent. Again, with storytelling, there's the caveat of there's no rules, do whatever you want. But I think there is some expectations, and if rules are broken, they have to be broken well. And from what I'm hearing, the rule of canon is not broken intentionally or for the sake of the story. It's broken more for convenience sake of like, oh, we have these cool things. Ah, who cares? Whatever. We'll just put them together and it'll be fine. It's like, no.
I think a part of it is James Gunn did make the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, and he did really good on these projects, and he's right to be proud of them, but I think including them in the new DCU timeline was not the right choice. I think there should have just been a hard cut. Everything from this point forward is new universe. Everything from this point back is old universe.
Yeah, and like you don't even have to get different actors or different like you can have the same scenario but within the context of this new universe. You can bring John Cena's Peacemaker into the new universe. It's just underneath a new context.
Right.
You can bring the Batman in underneath a new context. You know, as long as you're not connecting these stories for the sake of connecting these stories so you can have the same actors, that's just where, like, I think I'd be more okay with them just taking John Cena's Peacemaker because I think he's hilarious. You know, James Patterson's Batman because I think he's so cool. And we'll see how I feel about Superman. But just take them from these universes, you know, just say the BS thing of like, oh, well, now we're doing a new universe where all these things existed at the same time.
Yeah.
And just make a new timeline.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, in my opinion, that's a way to allow yourself to take what you love about a timeline and leave behind the failed parts and not break canon. But by just making a new canon with, we know the context of these stories. It was a little bit kind of like, you know how Tom Holland's Homecoming?
Yeah.
It was like, we know the context of Spider-Man. We've seen so many Spider-Man films. But he's within this new universe. And
right.
So I think those are ways to like bring in these heroes that we love without breaking canon.
Yeah. So I think my recommendation is just don't watch the Suicide Squad as a part of the new timeline. I think you just assume the events of it do get referenced in Creature Commando. So similar events in the new timeline happen to how they happen in the Suicide Squad, but I still just wouldn't watch it because of the connections to Suicide Squad. Peacemaker does start with a previously on the Suicide Squad and a recap of the movie, but that's a previously. I think you could pretty easily skip that.
Yeah.
And they said they're going to address the old DCEU Justice League appearing in Peacemaker in season 2, so I bet they'll probably say something along the lines of he was hallucinating and they weren't actually there.
Which is, again, that's okay. Like,
Yeah.
I'm honestly fine with that.
Yeah.
You can make up a BS reason to save the canon. You know, it's all within the context of the story, which a lot of things are allowed. You know, don't just break the canon because it's like, oh, it's too late now. We can't go back and change it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
So my whole point in bringing this up is it's really not that big of a deal right now. It sucks that it's at the beginning, but like we've talked about, there are ways that they can kind of work around it. And if this is it, it's going to be a non-issue, but I'm really worried that it's going to set a precedence for canons, whatever. We can, doesn't really matter.
Who cares? We'll just throw these characters. Why don't we bring in what's his face? Oh, the really cool guy. Why am I forgetting his name? Man of Steel. That's Superman.
Oh, Henry Cavill's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Henry Cavill's Superman with, the James Patterson Batman, and let's make a really gritty superhero movie.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be down for it, but, you can't just break the canon to do that.
Right.
But,
so as long as this is the only, really major weird thing in canon, it's going to be fine. It really is.
bumpy start.
But if it continues with this, I don't think the DCU can survive. I think we're going to have another failed cinematic universe.
I think in a extremely slim possibility, if they can work in breaking canon into making sense within the context of the story they're trying to tell within the connected DCEU and DCU, then I can see it working out as well. But again, that'd be so difficult to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's so many workarounds they'd have to do that it's probably nigh impossible. But anywho, just wanted to throw that out there. Maybe they're oh, well, it's this thing, and make some reasons up to why these things happened.
Yeah. And I think, it's just weird because Peacemaker, he was in the Suicide Squad. He's getting at least 2 television seasons, one that directly connects to the new Superman movie. It just feels like he's such an important character to the DCU right now. Doesn't mean he always will, but at the moment, he feels really important. So for him to really be that big piece that's kind of messing up canon.
Yeah. I really hope they don't get rid of John Cena's Peacemaker to save the canon.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I haven't seen the show yet, but from what I've seen, it looks amazing. I want to watch the show eventually,
I've been watching through now, and that's what made me think about it. This is conversations that people had months ago, but after watching Superman, I was like, okay, I need to catch up with the DCU.
I need to watch all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be a lesson that we can learn as storytellers.
Yep.
It'll be good.
And as I said at the beginning, every single DCU project has been really good.
A banger.
So
Even Blue Beetle?
I really liked Blue Beetle.
I haven't seen it. I didn't really hear anything on it, but anywho.
And for the animated series, it looks like all of the actors are coming back except for the main actor.
Ooh.
So I think it's going to be another situation of the Suicide Squad where technically the events of Blue Beetle happened in this universe too, but that movie is not canon to this universe.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see how that plays out. But I'd recommend watching it.
Yeah, I'll probably. We'll see if Superman's super good. I'm probably gonna be like, I need to watch all the DCU stuff.
Yeah.
This is fire.
Me, real, right now.
But if I'm not super huge into Superman, I probably won't get huge into the DCU. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Maybe I'll come back next week and I'm like, they need to fix the canon. They need to save the project.
What I'll say about Superman is that James Gunn balances a lot of plot lines. And I think that if he'd made even 1 or 2 mistakes, it could have really messed up the plot line or the story. But he juggles them very well, and everything comes together very well. So
Good.
I definitely would recommend going and seeing it.
I just see clips of Lex Luthor crashing out over and over, dude.
We're definitely going to talk about Lex next week. This man is a villain. Capital V, all caps, villain.
Oh, it's so funny. The only clip I've seen is just, like the gif of just him like, yelling into the camera.
Yeah.
And there's another one where he's like yelling at a TV screen while someone's pummeling someone else. And he's like, A1 again, or something. It's like, dang, chill. Aren't you supposed to be like the calm, collected businessman?
Yeah, it is definitely a very unique take on Lex, but one I like.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see it, and we'll be talking about Superman next week.
Yeah.
So make sure not to miss that episode,
Yeah.
or else we'll find you and tickle you until you pee. You pee your pants.
I think the pipe bomb threat wasn't as menacing last week. Yo.
I think we're gonna. We'll find you and we'll tickle you. Do you know how long you can survive while being tickled? Shit.
Probably until you die of dehydration, right?
We're about to have like 3 seconds of silence while I talk.
I mean,
Editor Elijah, cut out all the silence. Can you literally tickle someone to death? No, however, tickling can cause things like strokes, heart attacks. We'll tickle you until you have a stroke.
Yo.
Oh, we're just kidding. We're kidding.
Jokes. Just like the pipe bomb last
Just
week
like
was
the
a
pipe
joke.
bomb. You know what? If you were in a jigsaw trap and you wanted to either be tickled until you had a stroke or find a pipe bomb, which one would you choose? Come on. Really think about it, because you may be facing that question in real life soon.
Tickle your friend till he pees his pants or set off this pipe bomb. The choice is yours.
Choice is yours. Or you can watch that Hatsune Miku pipe bomb meme for 10 hours. You decide.
What are we? Epic rap battles of history? Who's next? You decide.
Oh, what a pool. What a pool.
What a pull. Anyway, audience, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Nerds Only. I will
Yes.
see you in the next one. Bye.
Wait. I have one very important message. Remember to drink some water and love yourself.
Real.
And go to sleep early, gosh dang it. Get off that damn phone.
Yeah.
Grandma was right. It's the damn phone.
It was the phone the whole time.
Okay, bye, audience.
Bye.